Hello?
There we go. Hi everybody. We are jumping into the finals of DSCL Kickoff. Our international representatives Snute and TLO have made it all the way to the finals, working their way through one semi-final match. And here they are. It is a ZVZ. Actually, I didn't catch the name of the map, so please, gentlemen casters, if you could do your casting job and tell us the name of the map or whatever you do. Good luck, have fun.
Yeah, Yona.
Square.
Wow, okay. Yona's got this. I would not know this. I've played quite a bit on this map. It's a pretty fun map. I've had a couple of very wild games on this one.
Dr. Dario is pulling out the cheeserinos, it seems, and that's completely understandable, seeing as this is a 4-player map with insane scouting distances. It looks like Snute is under the impression that it's cross-only, because both his overlords are going cross-map, and he's going to be very disappointed when that's not the case. Though Dario's overlord might give it away.
Yep, maybe Snute can see his overlord. Let's take a look at his vision. Yes, he's going to see it, so he should know now that Dario has spawned south of him. And it's going to be very difficult for him to keep his ramp alive, because look how far away the big ramp is from his natural, and even the queens on the ramp are not going to protect this hatchery. Now I've got hiccups, so that's just fantastic.
Yeah, it's very wide open. The thing is, though, Snute has both the overlords going oh, wait, one is still... Okay, he adjusted it now. I think he might catch the links going across, and that makes a big difference, but I'm not sure if it'll be in time, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
We expected this much.
So how is he supposed to hold it? I mean, how does this play out in Legacy of the Void? I'm not exactly sure. You've probably been in this scenario more than me.
I don't know, because of the timings are slightly different, obviously, so I'm not sure if you hold it the same way. And the thing is, Snute did go like a reasonably quick cast, so I think if he can get his queens on his ramp and like kind of start a spine crawler in his main base, he should be okay. That's what I think.
Alright, Lings did not get spotted, by the way, so no luck there.
Yeah, then I would almost go as far as to say that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't think that Snute can defend this low ground expand. That seems more than impossible to me.
At this point, for sure, like if he had a decent amount of links right now and he'd have queens to block the ramp, but the queens aren't even finished yet and the links are already here, like this seems very tough. Banings are being morphed. Soon as 2 link and a queen, I don't think he has anything to defend this. The queen is getting surrounded already and the links are kiting away from the drones. This is very tough. Dario has to pull back, but his banings are almost finished, and at that point, what is Snute gonna do?
Don't stand there!
Oh my god. Well, I think this is the end of game number 1. Pretty much.
Well, if we get to Ravager, I don't know.
Oh wow. Alright. That was a really quick game number 1. TLO. Great. So TLO has been playing the beta, and you guys, you didn't peg Snute for the kind of guy that would play a lot of beta, right?
No. Like, I think the reason he beat he played Hearthstone, right? Yeah. I think the reason he beat Hearthstone is because Hearthstone also didn't play a lot of beta, in combination with that Snoot's theory craft is always very strong. Like, every time there's a new patch, he always talks like there's a chat he's in, and he always speaks about stuff, and he's always one of the first people to kind of figure stuff out. So he should be pretty good when it comes to a mid-late game Legacy, but obviously not knowing that the map is 4-player spawns and maybe his early game builds are not perfect yet, like it's a very definite sign of him having barely played beta.
I'm not sure if you guys followed the map videos at all. I think so. Okay, I think the next map is going to be Echo, as far as I can tell from our little map picking routine here.
Okay. So the other map that I mentioned, by the way, that is not in Heart of the Swarm, is called Larry Rack Crest or something. Larry Lack Crest, and that one is very tricky. It plays out. It looks a little bit like Iron Fortress, but it's very difficult for Protoss, I think. And I also think the reason why Snute was able to defeat Hearthstone is because I think it's safe to say that Zerg is pretty good against Protoss in Legacy of the Void right now, and Protoss is struggling a little bit in general, so it was going to be very tough for Hearthstone regardless of how much beta he played. Look at Snute, he's leveling up while playing this tournament, guys. He's already level 4.
Next level. I don't think Snoot's opponent has changed, right? Okay.
Yep, I was going to fix that. Okay, so our admin was pegged as the opponent for Snute there. Alright, fixed now. Alright, game starting, guys. This is a very quick finals. Second game starting. I want to remind you all to go on Twitter and retweet our tweets because before the start of the next game, we're going to be announcing the winner of today's hardware competition. So go to Twitter right now. It's your last chance. Retweet, and you could just maybe win. And of course, go to Kickstarter and back us. Game number 2 coming up.
This is when everybody goes on his Twitter account with like 3 followers because they don't want anybody to see their retweets. But of course, they have a bigger chance of winning it.
I think our lovely admins of the contest will notice that. All right,
yeah,
guys.
no eggs allowed, boys.
No eggs. The profile picture is required for this retweet.
Actually, no, that's not a bad idea. Actually.
So
Alright, guys.
we loaded into our second map of the grand finals. It is a best of 5, so there's plenty of chance for Snute to turn this one around. And this is a map that he should be a lot more familiar on, as everybody has played this map. How do you feel about this map, Yona? I kind of like it. I think it's a pretty good ladder map.
Yeah, I like it too. Like, it's big enough that there's not that much stupid stuff, and even though like I'm not good at it yet, like I lose a lot of games because I feel like I don't understand the map properly yet. The path thing in the middle is actually kind of interesting depending on which 4th base you take, and I think it's actually a pretty good map. I feel like the games can get pretty interesting. I just wish the 3rd base was a bit more opened up. Like I feel like the 3rd with like the collapsible rocks, you can close off your 3 base super safely. So round bites into the 3rd, stuff like that is very hard to make work, and that is always something that makes me a bit sad.
I just learned 2 days ago that those things are called cooling towers. It's a new form of destructible rocks. It's no longer debris. It's no longer an ice block or rocks. This is a cooling tower that you can knock down.
I wonder what Dustin Browder thinks of that.
If your units stand under it, do they all get like sunglasses? Or...
No, they get frozen. It's like status. They don't die. They're just like stuck there for a while.
By the way, talking about frozen, what would happen to like maps where units slide when they die? Like I haven't seen that for so long. Remember on the God, I forgot the map where SOS had the Tempest game against Innovation. What was that map again? 2 gold bases in the Neoplanet S. Yeah. On that map, like units would slide like insane if they died. Like, what happened to that? Why don't we have like more ice maps where units like slide and stuff when they die?
Hey man, I'm still hoping that Crevasse will make a reappearance one day. The best ice map ever created. TSL 3, baby. Let's do it all over again.
Crevasse was interesting. It's like the first like map with like an in-base natural, I think, or one of the first.
Yeah.
Anyways, 2 Zergs, spawning pools, hatcheries. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Evolution chambers.
Captain Creativity with the Evolution chamber.
Dr. Dario showing us once more that he has this game figured out already as well.
With his massively refined builds.
Carapace, right?
Yeah, I think so. Like, looking at his gas count, it times out better for that. Actually, it could be... no, I don't think it's Carapace. It doesn't time out for it. It's melee. Melee.
Okay, well, possible Zerglings are strong, but I personally think Carapace is stronger. Or actually, it takes more gas to research it. But...
Carapace is better in Ling versus Ling, but I think he's gonna do Ling Ravager. That would make sense, right? Like Ling Ravager, the Lings like deal a lot of damage, or Ravagers deal a lot of damage.
Well, he's throwing down a baiting nest as well.
Yeah, maybe just to be safe, or because he sees the Lings going across the map.
I mean, right now Snute has 12 links, but there is a spine crawler, there are 2 queens on the ramp. I don't think that this is the amount of links that that Snute really needs. He's morphing 2 banelings as well. That could get a little bit tricky, but I still think with the queens and with the spine, I think TLO should be fine over here. As long as he doesn't mess up too badly, I think he should be more than fine. Or excuse me, Dario that is. No, yes, TLO. Damn it.
just go by what you see, man. It's fine. Yeah, Snute is already getting lair, and this looks a bit like Muta, but I think Mutas are really, really bad in Legacy because Nidus is like unstoppable with Muta. So.
Right. By the way, real quick, congratulations to Alex Janssen and Pirmin Potts. They're the winners of the Cloud HyperX headset and the Cooler Master Octane gaming set. So thanks everybody for retweeting. We got a lot of viewers today.
I got one of those headsets. It's pretty awesome.
Cool.
Are they nice?
Yeah, it's a cool headset.
Yeah, we have HyperX as a sponsor, but we also have Cooler Master for gear, so we don't get the cloud headsets. They do look quite comfortable though.
It's nice. I actually still use the expansion cord. I prefer to play with earplugs, but I use the HyperX cord. Anyway, a lot of links from Dario in the main base right now of Snute. Snute has a couple of banings here. That's a really juicy connection there on most of those Zerglings. So he too will be fine for now.
What?
What
There was
the?
some banelings just blowing up
The rocks.
randomly there.
On
The
the
rocks,
plate.
man.
Yeah.
On the plate? Oh, of course.
Hey, look at this! Dario is saying, oh my god, Captain Creativity is out of control right now. Look at this. There are two
What?
spine crawlers marching across the map in the middle. Dario has no limits. Spine crawler +1 Zergling attack, just because.
Yes, he has refined the refinements and unleashed it into the map.
I think by the time that these spine crawlers are there will be like 9 Mutalisks shooting at it. But that's okay, Dario. I love this move. I think it's
I'm
great.
not even watching the game anymore. I'm just following the spine crawlers.
I think it's really funny how spines walk. Like they're facing a lot of headwind because they're so fast. It's like,
Yeah, their body posture is like they're going fast, but then their
Yeah.
feet are like chopping one step at a time. It's really weird.
a little bit of a baning skirmish. Dr. Dario getting the better hand of that trade, 2 for 1. But I mean, there's still
Where's he gonna land the spines though? The queens are kind of in the way.
maybe the +1 Zerglings will be able to make some magic happen. Transfuse is going down and Dario is getting access denied for now. And the biggest problem is, like I said, there are 6 Mutalisks on the production tab. These Mutalisks will be here, and I think Dario is going to be a very sad puppy once he spots those Mutalisks.
This is difficult. I don't know what to say. Dario doesn't have Lair. Like, if he had Lair, I would say Mass Queen and a Nidus would do a really good job. But in this situation, it seems kind of difficult. He almost has Carapace finish, and 1/1 Lings are really tough to deal with for Midas. Like, even if you have map... Oh, he's targeting a Overlord with the Midas. He's losing a Queen because of it. And the spines are still up. But, Queens are actually going across the map.
Look at the 2 Banelings in the back of the middle line. Like, it would be... no.
Oh, no.
Man, them drones. Them drones
He
have some
lost,
serious power.
He lost, like, 4 Mutas to the Queens going across the map, by the way. Like, he wasn't paying attention, and the Queens, like, killed 4 of the Mutas. Like, if you look at the Muta count right now...
Okay.
Creep
Ah, creep, right.
Okay. Well, the Muta count should be high enough. Even if it's not right now, like in a few seconds there will be a couple additional Mutalisks.
Yeah, but the 1/1 Lings are so hard to deal with for Mutas. Like, Mutas killed him so slowly, and he only has a Baneling and a Spine. If Dario goes in, I don't think Snute can prevent taking a decent amount of damage. Like, his reinforcements are coming out slowly, but he's gonna lose so many drones, and Dario's just going for it, man. Like, Queens and Lings are streaming across the map, and I just don't think Snute can prevent taking so much damage that he's in a deficit.
I mean, Snute still has 2 more hatcheries behind this, but he's already down 8 workers, and he keeps losing queens as well, so his production is hurting now a little bit. I think you're right, like these Mutalisks have to choose, like you said, they either go for the queens or for the Zerglings. And these Zerglings, man, they're just going to town on everything. They're gonna start working on the Spire now, so no additional Mutalisk for Snute anymore. But Snute just has absolutely nothing on the ground, and there are 50 links left. Man, Dario, we made fun of his Spine Crawler Rush cross-map echo.
It was just a distraction.
Yes. Wow. I can't believe he just managed to make that work. I really did not think that was going to work.
I didn't think so either, but at some point, losing like the 4 Mutas was a big deal mid-map, because Mutas kind of snowball. Like, at some point, you do have enough Mutas to deal with that. But if you only have 10, if you have 10 instead of like 15 or 20, the queens die a lot slower, and your Mutas take a lot longer to clean out everything up. So I think that made a big difference, and not having Banelings as well. But yeah, it was all a distraction, man. The spines were just there to play with the mind of the Snute.
Well, he definitely played with our minds. I
And
was
our
very
hearts.
confused, and I had full vision, and I was confused.
Yeah, it was weird. Oh, it's on stream now. I'm gonna see. He loses so many Mutas to the queens. It looks like just 3 on the stream, but I think he actually lost one before the stream looked at it. I think he lost like 4 or 5 actually. So do we play another map or is it over now?
No, we play one more. It's best of 5.
Best of
Oh,
5.
I still believe we'll see at least one more map. I cannot
Come
imagine.
on,
I mean,
Snute!
I do believe that Dario has played a little bit more of the beta than Snute has, but I do
He's been
believe
streaming
that Yeah, I do think that Snute can win at least one map over here. Like, what is our next map going to be? I'm loading the lobby right now.
Excitement.
Coda. Okay, well, that's a map that Snute should be very familiar with as well. Of course, it still plays out a little bit different, but I don't think you can blame the last game too much on. I mean, obviously, the timings are always very different in this game, right? Like, everything is different, and things that don't work in Hard and Swarm could work here because of the way that the economy plays out in the start.
Yeah.
Snoot also getting like that fourth hatchery was a little overeager, but I guess he just thought he was incredibly far ahead after he defended the Spinecrawler push.
Yeah, it almost seemed like he didn't realize he was playing as 1-1 links. Like against 1-1 links, you have to stabilize before expanding, and he's expanded before he stabilized, which is kind of what you do against regular links. You know what I mean? It almost felt like he wasn't aware of the fact that they had 1-1 for a long time.
Alright guys, we're jumping into what could be the final game. I just want to reiterate that I want to congratulate Alex, Janssen and Primin Potts for respectively winning the Cloud headset from HyperX and the Octane Gaming set from Cooler Master. Keep an eye on your Twitters, guys. I will be sending you a direct message after this broadcast to make sure that you get the hardware. And of course, everybody, thanks for retweeting. And make sure to sign up for the DSCL Open if you play StarCraft, and back us on Kickstarter if you want to see more StarCraft in the Netherlands. And for now, let's just go back to the finals. This could be the final game in this best of 3. Liquid Snute is currently down 2-0 against his teammate Dr. Dario, also known as Mr. Creative, also known as TLO.
And the Wonder Wunsch.
And the
Wonder Wunsch. I like that one the most,
Yeah.
actually. That's fantastic.
I think he should have gone with the Wonder Wunsch, but
Yeah,
I'm
Wonder
kind
Wunsch is looking better.
of happy that he called himself Dr. Dario in Legacy of the Void. I think it's cool.
I think it's like I'm jealous of how many nicknames he has, man. Like even though they're a bit like making fun of him a little bit, but I still think it's cool to have so many nicknames.
Well, I think it's cool that he embraces it.
Yeah, yeah, of course. That's like otherwise it wouldn't be funny. Otherwise it
No.
would just be like a bit bullying, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But well, I mean, Dario is a guy that definitely is capable of making fun of himself as well.
Yeah.
Which is important. You know, it's serious business, but at the end of the day, we're just trying to have some fun with this beautiful game called StarCraft 2, and I'm glad that Dario feels about it like that.
Pretty cool. Got one more update actually for everybody. If you've just tuned in and you've missed the earlier semifinals between Hearthstone and Hearthstone and Snute and TLO and Euthermal, you can go to our YouTube account. All of the matches will be uploaded there. YouTube.com/DSC League. You can also watch other content from the past, like our riveting finals of the DSCL Invitational, which Yona also casted between Ret and Euthermal. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I casted that too, man. Why do you let me out?
You casted the rematch in Rotterdam.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought you were talking about that.
The rematch, I'm not sure actually. No, that's not up on there because that was streamed on the Game Kings channel.
Damn it.
But yeah, still go check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Should have been at the Invitational, Roddy.
Yeah.
Not my fault.
Well, I tried, but I was seduced by dirty Dreadnought money in Boston. It was a great time. I've never been in Boston before, so
Boston's awesome.
I was very happy that I was able to go there. I always wanted to go there once.
Yeah, I must admit I would have probably made the same decision, even though I love Dutch esports. It's no shame.
Did you go to the Natural History Museum in Harvard?
No, but I did go to a Boston Bruins hockey match.
Oh, okay, that's pretty much the same.
I just got drunk watching hockey, and I thought that would be a much better decision. No, it was a really fun experience for me to go there, and it was perfect because like traveling from California to Holland is just a nightmare. It's so like it takes forever. I know there will probably be some Australians out there that will laugh at me for saying like, "Boy, you have no idea what you're complaining about. We have to travel twice as far to go anywhere." And yes, I know, but like if you fly from Cali to Holland, like 6 times a year, then like it really gets to you at a certain point. So it was perfect for me to just have like a 5-hour flight to Boston and stay there for like 5 days, and then have like a 5-hour flight to Amsterdam. It was almost traveling first class, but not really.
Oh, Roddy, did you know that that Ryanair is looking to expand to intercontinental flights as well? You could be sitting in like a tiny Ryanair seat for 9 hours.
Yeah, I would rather.
Careful, man! Future sponsors.
Oh shit!
There are many things in life I would rather do than sitting on a Ryanair flight for 9 hours, and that probably includes cleaning bathrooms.
That's pretty extreme.
I've had one Ryanair flight once in my life, and I was like, okay, I love esports, but no, I'm not doing it. Hey man, I'm 6'2", or 188, whatever. It's a nightmare. Anyway, Snute is gonna put some serious pressure here on Dr. Dario. Dario is going to temporarily abandon his low ground. He's making a lot of roaches, so I think he's Ravager morphing between. Man, it's so cute how like this Ravager cocoon is very small and then it's like BAM! It pops.
Yeah,
It's
it looks
really
like an
big.
onion.
Yeah, it's like an ultra coming out of an egg.
Whoa. Those banelings
still
do hardly
think-
anything against the Ravager.
Yeah, but Dario. Oh, that was a really great.
Oh, that was a good battle, yeah.
I think that Dario is more than fine over here. Like I think he has stabilized. He didn't really lose a whole lot of drones. He lost a couple of queens, and obviously, you know, that stings a little. But that's not the end of the world. Now he can start counterattacking, and I'm not exactly sure what's. Well, Snute is making roaches too. Man, I really hope that Dario is able to micro his shots a little bit. If he can land a couple of those on the roaches as well, I think he might be able to just win immediately.
Yeah, in this situation, I would have almost liked Snute to make a lot of links instead of roaches. I feel like making roaches against someone who has a bit more roaches than ravagers is always difficult to defend. Because you have like defending against corrosive bow is difficult because the attacker corrosive bows and keeps attacking, and you have to stop attacking to dodge it. So it's difficult.
Snute is like, well, I've made one too. Let's play a little bit of Counter-Strike. Oh, he trapped his own. He's going to lose the second one as well. Once again, guys, these things, they're very big, but they're not tanky at all. They're actually extremely squishy. I think Dario might just roll all over Snute over here, and I think he's just about to end our DSCL Invitational over here. Wow.
Alright, the Doctor is in. He wins 3-0 over his teammate. That was pretty massive right there.
I cannot believe that just happened. Dario just 5-0'd this tournament. He's like, give me the money, and he's out of here.
Yep.
Legacy of the creativity is what it looks like to me.
Well, that's good, right? I mean, if that's the way it's gonna be.
Yeah, but I think at the start of a new expansion, it's always going to be a bit weird, you know, like timings aren't figured out. But I think even if you make the most interesting RTS, there's always going to be a meta game which kind of seems still at some point. But I think that's fine as long as the game is interesting. You know what I mean? Like exciting or whatever.
I agree. If the metagame just solidifies at a certain point that it's just so incredibly fun to watch, then why not? But of course, I think there's no such thing as a truly stable metagame.
No, even in Heart of the Storm right now, like a lot of people are always complaining about still meta, but that's entirely untrue. Like the meta continuously changes. It's just smaller changes and hard to see for the common eye.
No, I think I completely agree with Jonah here. Like, there are a lot of small things that change in StarCraft over and over and over again. But if you just lay back, you know, if you sit on your couch and you're watching StarCraft on the big screen, then it may just like, well, you know, they end up with Stalkers and Colossus anyway. Like, the game is still the same, but there are actually so many different ways to get there. Like, even the smallest things, when you get a Mothership Core, when you get a +1 upgrade, when you go up to 3 bases, when you take your 5th and 6th gas, like those things, they change over and over and over again. And I personally think that Heart of the Swarm is still very fun to watch. Like,
and to like play as well. If you're like, it's always frustrating to play a game if you're not in good shape, but if you're doing well, it's even like really fun to play at the moment. I think. It's unfortunate because the small changes can be so beautiful for someone to see if you can understand it, but it's very meaningless for someone who doesn't understand it. If that makes sense. So it can be frustrating when people say the game is still and you can't really like show them why it's not. But yeah, for sure.
Are you saying we need better commentators?
No, I'm saying it's very difficult for people to bring it across, and especially if you're a commentator and you're inactive, not actively playing a lot. It's hard to see. Like you can tell the difference between casters that play a lot and don't, like clearly.
Yeah. I like to agree with that.
Alright guys, what I just did is I took your faces out of the broadcast in order to add Dario to this call. So we're gonna have TLO on the stream. That's pretty cool, right?
I like his picture on Skype.
Yeah, that is a great picture indeed.
Alright, Dario, can you hear us? Doesn't look like he can so far. We're just gonna wait.
Just can't hear him, man.
Oh, that might be true. Okay. Alrighty, we'll just wait a little bit. At some point, he'll start talking. For now, just pretty cool. For everybody watching, they're giving away the hardware, and I hope. Actually, I'm gonna check right now if more people have signed up for the DSCL Open as of right now. check that out. Let's see. Right here. There's 8 players currently registered for the first qualifier already. So I see lots of teammates there from...
When is the...
Here we go.
Oh,
hello.
there we go.
When is the first qualifier, by the way?
The first one is on May 2nd, so it is on a Saturday. The first one in May and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So TLO, welcome to the broadcast. Congratulations on 5-0ing our little invitational there. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for having me as well. It was fun.
So we were calling you Mr. Creative, or what was it again? Yeah,
Captain Creativity.
Captain Creativity.
Well, what's up with the spike roller rush, Dario? Talk to us.
Oh, well, I mean, they basically just had nothing else to do. Because I saw him go so fast meters. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna all in from here. Because it felt like that shouldn't be possible that fast. And because I played kind of a Ling Baneling opening with late tech and not that great economy, I just went all in the literal sense that I just sent everything over to the other side of the map. Because the spines at home, they wouldn't have helped. I mean, they didn't really end up helping on his side either, but, you know, can always try.
What I've found in Legacy is that like quick Niduses are really strong against meta openers because it's very hard to shut down the Nidus now. Because usually in meta versus Nidus, you kind of find the Nidus halfway done. When the Nidus is halfway done, you can kind of kill it.
Yeah,
but in Legacy, it almost always finishes, and there's not enough units to like instant gibbet before the queens come out.
Yeah, you
So
basically need to have like 3 or 4 Banes next to it right away. I really dislike the new Nidus, actually.
Yeah, me
I think
too.
they should buff the armor and the hit points a bit, so it can't just be killed by workers. Or like one Marine or one Salad. But the fact that you just can't do anything about it is like really stupid. Because like, if you look at the future of the game, you literally have to always keep at every position of your map enough units to insta-give a Nidus. Because else the entire Zerg army can be just in your base all of a sudden. And then they can even get out by making a new Nidus that you can't cancel. And then they just disappear again, and you're like, okay, cool story.
It's almost like a war prison, right?
Yeah, that big, really, really big war prison.
Really big one. All right. Hey, TLO, do you think you'll be playing in the DSCL Open?
When is that happening?
So the qualifiers start early in May, and we've made sure that none of them overlap with WCS or anything, and even the groups, online groups, do not overlap with WCS. And the same goes for the finals. So the groups, the qualifiers are on May 2nd, and then there's six of them in 2 weeks.
Well, I can't make any promises because it's hard with WCS and all.
But when is the actual event?
The actual finals of the DSCL Open will be on June 20th and 21st. That is a week before the finals of the WCS Premier League Season 2.
Is that offline or online?
No, it's offline. It's in the Netherlands.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, just like the previous 2 years, we were in the Brabant Hallen in Den Bosch last year, and the year before that in the World Forum in The Hague, where all these big international political conferences are being held. That's where we were at, playing StarCraft.
Nice. Well, I always like to visit the Netherlands, so if I can put it in my fit it in my schedule, I would love to.
Cool. And we're also working on a big prize pool through a Kickstarter campaign, and we're hoping to draw some more people there, because you may have to go have to figure on a photograph on stage with some of those backers that pay for the prize pool. But
yeah, I don't mind.
Dario always looks stunning on the photographs.
It's like, yes, more pictures.
No, that's Kane. Kane is more excited about getting his pictures taken at events than actually being at the event and playing.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Cool. I think that's about it for us today. It was a pretty quick broadcast, but well, the games were quick as well, so that's good. Right now on the stream, you can see the Kickstarter page. We're hoping to draw some more people there. Right now, we're up to about 30% of our goal. But of course, our goal is just the minimum that we want to have. Because imagine a world in which we had enough cash to actually qualify as a WCS event. How cool would that be, right? But I think I need a lot more sponsors for that. So
maybe Ryanair would have sponsored you if you just didn't shit on their mouth.
Sorry about that, Ryanair. I think there is no such.
As long as the players don't have to fly Ryanair to get to it. Okay, now I really
Oh man, so thank you all a lot, and of course a big thanks to our sponsors, Cooler Master, HyperX. They enabled us to give away some hardware today on the stream, and of course they enable us in a very big way to actually host these events, because of course there's lots of things that we have to pay for, and they help us do that. But then after all that, there's not a lot of money left for the prize pool, so that's why we're doing the Kickstarter. Dario, I want to thank you, congratulate you. I'll be in touch, and Jona and Rotterdam as well. Thank you very much for casting.
Yes.
Thank you well.
And dankjewel. Wow.
Dankjewel.
All right, guys. See you at a next event, and congratulations and good luck with your next tournaments or broadcasts, whatever that is. See you, everybody.
All right,
Bye-bye.
nice day. Bye bye.